Hey everyone, today's it is about when Bakugou stops you during an argument. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share, and let's get going. He slammed the door behind you, the loud bang echoing through the quiet apartment. Your heart was pounding, your emotions a tangled mess of anger, frustration, and hurt. It wasn't supposed to be like this. Tonight was supposed to be a special day, a chance for you and Katsuki to spend some time together after a long week. But instead, everything just spiraled out of control. Why do you always have to be such a jerk, Katsuki? You shout, your voice shaking with emotion as you turn to face him. Bakugo stands near the kitchen, his hands clenched into fists at his sides. His jaw was set in a hard line, his ruby eyes glared at you, filled with a mix of anger and something else, something that was much darker that you couldn't quite place. Maybe because you never listen. He fires back, his voice rough and filled with frustration. You always think you know better, don't you? You take a deep breath, trying to steady yourself, but it's no use. The argument has escalated too far, too fast. This isn't about knowing better, Katsuki. It's about you being so damn stubborn and refusing to talk about anything. He scoffs, crossing his arms over his chest. I talk plenty. You're the one who's always pushing, always nagging. Maybe if you backed up for once, we wouldn't be having this fight. Your chest tightens, and you can feel the tears threatening to spill over. But you refuse to cry. Not now, at least not in front of him. Nagging, really? All I want is for you to open up to me, to let me in. But no. You have to shut me out every time something's bothering you. Katsuki's eyes narrow, his face hardening into a mask of anger. You just don't get it, do you? I'm not like you. I don't need to talk about my damn every thought that crosses my mind. And that's the problem, Katsuki. We're supposed to be in this together. But it feels like I'm fighting alone. Like I'm the only one who actually cares. Something in your words must strike a nerve, because before you can even register what's happening, Katsuki's hand lashes out, connecting with your cheek in a sharp stinging pain. The sound of it echoes through the room, deafening in the silent silence that follows. For a moment, time seems to stand still. The sting of the stab spreads across your cheek, and your mind struggles to process what just happened. Katsuki's eyes widen in shock, as if he can't believe what he's done. His hand is still raised, trembling slightly as the reality of the situation crashes down on both of you. Wyan, he whispers, his voice cracking with guilt and horror. I didn't mean to. You stumble back, your hand flying to your cheek, where the sharp pain throbs. Your vision blurs with tears, but you force yourself to stay strong, to keep it together even though everything inside you was falling apart. Katsuki, you choke out, your voice barely a whisper. You just hit me, didn't you? His face fills, and he takes a step towards you, his hand reaching out as if to comfort you, but you flinch away, the movement reflexive, and filled with fear that you never thought you'd feel with him. Wyan, please. I'm sorry, I didn't. No. You shout, your voice breaking as you take another step back. Don't come near me. Katsuki freezes, his hand dropping to his side as he watches you with a look of utter devastation. I didn't mean to, Wyan. I swear I didn't, it just happened. You shake your head, unable to comprehend how everything went so wrong, so quickly. This isn't how it's supposed to be, Katsuki. We're not really supposed to hurt each other like this. His eyes fill with tears, something that you've rarely seen, and the sight of it only makes the pain in your chest worse. I know. He whispers, his voice thick with emotion. And I'm sorry. I'm so freaking sorry. For a moment, all you can do is stare at each other. The air was thick with the weight of what just happened. You can see the regret in his eyes, the way his shoulders slump. as if he's carrying the world's weight, but the pain in your heart was too fresh, too raw. I need to leave. I don't want to be here. You say, your voice trembling, and so you turn and head for the door, your mind reeling with everything that just happened. Katsuki's voice stops you in your tracks. Please don't go. You pause, your hand hovering over the doorknob, but you can't bring yourself to turn around and face him. Wyan, I don't want to lose you. I just need some time to think. Katsuki. You squeeze your eyes shut, the tears finally spilling over as your heart breaks at the sound of his voice. Sorrow and filled with pain. But you know that you can't stay, at least not right now, not when everything was so fragile. Like it could shatter with just one more word. Without looking back, you open the door and step outside, the cool night air hitting your tear-streaked face. The door closes behind you with a soft click, and with it, the last remnants of the heated argument changed everything. You don't know how long you've been walking, aimlessly wandering around the streets as your mind replays the events of the night over and over. The slap, the look of horror on Katsuki's face, the way your heart ached at the sight of his tears. You're not sure where you're actually going. To find some clarity, and the mess of emotions swirling inside you was the only destination that you need. Eventually, you find yourself at the park. The kind that's deserted this time of the night. You sit down on a bench, your hands trembling as you try to calm your racing heart. The cool night air does little to soothe the burning sensation on your cheek, the physical reminder of what happened. So you bury your face in your hands, the tears finally coming in full force as you let out a chocked sob. How did it get to this point? How did you and Katsuki, who loved each other so fiercely, end up here? You thought maybe Katsuki would come after you. You hoped that he would rush out to find you, to apologize again, to hold you and promise it would never happen again. But the longer you sit there, alone, the more you realize that he's not coming. A part of you wants to turn back, to go home and see if he's still there. But another part of you knows you can't, not yet at least. And so eventually you find yourself at a familiar doorstep, the home of a friend that you know you can rely on. And as you knock on the door, your heart pounding in your chest as you wait, the door opens after a few moments, and your friend stands there. Wyan, what are you doing here? It's so late. He forced a smile, but it's weak. Can I stay here tonight? I just need some space. They take one look at your face and nod, stepping aside to let you in. Your friend doesn't ask any questions, sensing that now isn't the best time. Thank you, you whisper, your voice thick with emotion. As you sit there, wrapped in the warmth of a blanket and the quiet comfort of your friend's presence, the tears start to fall again, silently this time. Your friend sits beside you, not saying a word, just offering their support with their presence. It was exactly what you need. And with that, you sleep that night. A lot on your mind, but nothing else you can do. Thank you guys for listening. Hope you like this video. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share, and goodbye.